I know all the industry rappers already. I'm not saying it like that. I got to promote myself. I got to do videos. People want to make music with me. I got to go to the producers out in there. My cousin is Tay Tay Made It. He's in San Antonio right now. He the biggest producer out.
So don't do like boom and my cousin Tay Tay. I understand that people want to be cool or fly or whatever the termination is today, but you're in a courtroom. Do you still want to plead true to violation of condition number 5?
Hell no, Judge. No,
Okay,
Judge.
first of all, why are you using that language, me? And see, here's the problem, Mr. Nope, shut up. Even though you paid $15,000 for the wedding rings, that means that that person does not have their wedding ring back.
I own my own business.
Doing what?
Weddings.
What you say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor. I just wanted to let the court know that she has been extremely remorseful in this situation. It was a judgment call that happened, and there's no real good explanation, but she does regret it. And also to let the court know that she has taken responsibility. She actually paid $15,000 in restitution upfront. So the victim will have that money. She won't have to wait for the period of probation to get that. And we would just request that you allow her to have this chance for deferred to keep her record clean, so she can continue to make this situation as right as she can make it.
All right. Ms. Huseman, how old are you?
I am 42, Your Honor.
All right. Why are you taking things that don't belong to you?
It was very, very bad. It was a huge mistake. I have never done it, and I'm very sorry that happened.
It wasn't a mistake. Let me tell you what a mistake is, because people throw around the word mistake. People, I don't know what has happened to the English language. People have just started using terms improperly. Let me give you an example of a mistake. It's raining outside when I leave my home. I know it's raining, so I bring my black umbrella with me to court. I'm sitting in court. I have my black umbrella. Everybody says it stopped raining. I'm thinking, great. But after I finish with my case, I realize it's raining again. There's a person who sat next to me. They have a black umbrella. I pick up my black umbrella. I go outside. It's raining. I open it up. And when I look inside of it, I realize not my umbrella. I grabbed the wrong black umbrella. So I take it back. That's a mistake. Let me tell you what you did in that scenario. You come to work. It's not raining. You ignore the meteorologist who says it's going to rain. Somebody lets you know it's raining. You're in a courtroom. You don't have an umbrella. Somebody else has brought their black umbrella. You sit next down to them and you're like, oops, it's raining outside. Let me grab that umbrella. You take their umbrella. It's not a mistake because you know it's not yours. You didn't even bring one. That's you making a choice. So at your age, why are you making a choice to steal?
I am so sorry, ma'am. I wish that I could tell you something that will be favorable to me. It was a bad judgment. I'm very regretful about doing it.
How would you like if somebody were to take that chain off your neck?
It will be very sad, and I will be very upset. So I completely understand how the other person might feel.
Just 1 second. Is this $15,000 that she paid for the wedding rings?
Yes, Your Honor.
Even though you paid, let me explain something to you. Even though you paid $15,000 for the wedding rings, that means that that person does not have their wedding ring back. I don't know if the engagement ring, if there was a big celebration, if somebody got down on one knee, maybe they planned something in Hawaii, but giving them $15,000 doesn't give them their ring back. I don't know with the wedding ring, if they had like this big, beautiful ceremony, that $15,000 is not giving them the memories back from that wedding ring. Do you understand?
I do.
So where are you working?
I own my own business.
Doing what?
Weddings.
So let me ask you this. Where is the wedding ring? That's what I want to know. Has anybody asked this question? Where is the complainant's wedding ring? Did you include her wedding ring and her engagement ring as some kind of package deal for a wedding? I would like to know where the wedding ring is.
I don't have it, Your Honor.
Where is it?
I am not sure.
Well, I mean, let's backtrack. Let's see if we can investigate this like Matlock. You took the wedding ring from the locker, right?
No, ma'am.
Judge, that's why we pled no contest, because there were issues in the case. And I understand the court's position on this. We're doing the best that we can to make everything right. We don't know where the wedding bands are, Your Honor.
So did you use the credit cards?
Yes, ma'am. They were in the trash bin on the locker room and next to the trash bins. And I took them and I used them, and I am very regretful about using them.
What did you use them for?
I bought a present for my daughter for her birthday.
What present did you buy?
She wanted earphones, those Beat earphones, and a video player.
So you just stole for your daughter. See, here's the thing. Everybody goes to church. People leave church and they don't take what they learn from church in the real world. So here you are stealing, really teaching your daughter how to steal because you're giving her stolen items. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, this is what I'm going to do. I'll send it to you to 1 year deferred. If you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
Negative.
There's going to be 80 hours of community service restitution. I will not allow you to buy that off. So you will have to do those hours. Cats 1 and 2, state, I'm assuming that's to teach people not to steal.
Yes, Judge.
I could probably give that course in 2 seconds. Don't take what doesn't belong to you. People work hard for what they have. They don't appreciate when people steal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
There's going to be regular Zoom reporting. If you can't report by Zoom, it'll need to be in person. And there'll be regular UAs. Rebecca, is there no contact with Amber Stahl? Take in consideration 2021 CR 2965. Rebecca, is there anything else she needs?
The proof of employment.
Thank you. Proof of employment within 15 days. I mean, you're on your own business for weddings. I would say you shouldn't be around anything that involves the exchanging of credit cards, but I can't stop people from working in their employment. Proof of employment within 15 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Rebecca, anything else?
No, ma'am.
Ms. Huseman, is there anything else you need from this court in order to be successful?
No, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate it. So honestly, there's not much to say about any of this. She has her side. I mean, I have my side. For the last year and a half, I've just been constantly looking over my shoulder. Can't really go in anywhere, leave my stuff with anyone. It's hard to go on vacation, leaving my stuff places. I mean, unfortunately, and fortunately, I remember the exact events of these days. I walked into the locker room. I unfortunately was on my phone. I had a family emergency, so I was not paying attention to my surroundings, which I normally do. I'm very aware of my surroundings. But the whole time I was on the phone, I just felt this presence just right over me. Like I could feel her staring at me. I come in with a t-shirt, leggings, tennis shoes. I'm 30 years old. I'm wearing a wristlet. There's nothing of value on me. My wristlet is from Ross. My clothes are from like a fundraiser marathon that I did. There's absolutely nothing special about me except for my $15,000 ring that my husband worked 10 years to provide for me. And so upon getting off my phone, putting my ring in my purse along with my credit card, my $5 purse, along with my credit cards, my business credit card, my personal credit card. I put my ring in there because, you know, I don't think, I mean, first off, I'm not very comfortable even wearing my $15,000 ring that my husband so generously bought for me. Of course, I don't want to damage it. I put it in my purse. I put it in a locker with a code on it, knowing that, you know, the likelihood of someone saying that this is their locker and they need a key, you know, I picked the one with the code instead of the key, thinking it's a little bit safer. Obviously, this was a code locker, so obviously she was watching me the whole time, watched me with my code, everything. Otherwise, she would have not guessed this code. I vividly remember it. I go upstairs an hour later, come back downstairs. My boss texts me, "Hey, are you at Target trying to spend $400? No, I'm at the gym. 2 minutes later, I get a text from my personal credit card saying, "Are you at Target trying to spend $200? So no, I'm not there. Upon going through my purse, looking for these credit cards, they were no longer there. My credit cards were in my purse, in my locker, not by a trash can. Upon investigating my purse, there's no evidence of my ring. Immediately called the police. So now here I am today. Don't trust anyone. Can barely go on vacation. I don't leave anything of value. Still have not bought a ring. Don't have any kind of reasons to buy a ring. I'm just extremely confused as to why someone that owns a business, drives a very nice luxury car, lives in a $500,000 home, I'm sure has kids, why they would wish this and do this on anyone else. I'm assuming being a business owner, and I'm sure being a successful business owner, especially in the wedding industry. I worked in the wedding industry for 8 years. I know how much money is there to be made. So I'm sure this lady is extremely successful. I just don't understand why she had to go into my locker, watch me, watch my code, take this ring off my finger, put it in my purse, why she had to go in my locker, steal it. And from that, you know, my husband suggests that I do therapy. Thankfully COVID, so there's not a lot of going on, going out, leaving my purse on the table while I go to the restroom. There's none of that. So I'm just, at the end of the day, I wish I could ask her why, like, if she had a son that spent 10 years saving up for this ring for this girl he's been with for half of his life, if he would want someone doing it to her son. Like, what's the point of being a business owner and you can afford all of these things, afford this car, afford this house, if you're just going to go steal from somebody else? So, Your Honor, that's pretty much all I have to say today.
All right, thank you. Is there any other victim impact statement?
No, Judge.
All right, do you need to speak with Ms. Stahl?
No, Judge, I'll contact her after.
Video. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you electronically sign it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Judge.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily consented to appear by video. Next, I'm showing you what's entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Judge.
Are you the same Julio Bustos who was placed on community supervision in 2019 CR 9657 for the offense of robbery on March 6, 2020 for a term of 8 years? Is that you?
Yes, Judge.
All right, state, Miguel, which cause are you? Does anyone know which allegation we're proceeding on?
I was just going to read number 5.
That's fine, Judge.
Okay. Condition number 5, in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant Julio Bustos did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer in person or through virtual means, i.e. Zoom, for the months of November and December 2020 in violation of condition number 5.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
Homeless but true.
No, I'm not. No, here's the thing, Mr. Bustos. It's not my fault. It's not your attorney's fault. It's not the state's fault that you're at the Bexar County Jail.
I stole a hamburger.
I need you to
I got a
answer
robbery charge. I stole a
true or not
hamburger.
true.
Okay, I stole a hamburger. Gave her a robbery damn charge.
All right, so this is what we're
True.
gonna do. Norma?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here. I'm sorry, I was on the phone, Judge.
That's okay. Can you have them send 16B back, please?
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Hernandez, we'll take your client up at another date.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes, you're excused.
Thank you.
I just got an email from Judge Harrell that wants me ASAP somewhere, but I told him I'm with you, and that's just not possible.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. So as soon as, okay, so we'll take it one at a time.
I'm sorry.
No problem. So, Mr. Bustos, you pled true to violation of condition number 5, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Judge.
All right. You understand you're on probation, correct?
Yes, Judge.
Under the contract that you have with the court is that if you were revoked, the court could sentence you up to 10 years in prison. Did you understand that?
Yes, Judge.
Yeah, you may have worked out an agreement with the state and the defense. I don't know if I'm going to follow that agreement or not, but I need to let you know. Nope, listen to my question. Do you understand any agreement that's been worked out between the state and the defense? I don't have to follow that agreement. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
All right. So what that means is that I could sentence you up to 10 years in prison. Do you understand that?
Yes, Judge. I do.
Do you still want to plead true to violation of condition number 5?
Hell no, Judge. No,
Okay,
Judge.
first of all, why are you using that language, me? And see, here's the problem, Mr. Nope, shut up. Here's the problem, Mr. Bustos. You were here last time on May 19th, and on May 19th, you got sent back because you were behaving inappropriately. And here you are again, behaving inappropriately. I don't know. Do you want to spend the rest of your life at the jail with us waiting to do this?
No, Judge. I just don't want to do no 10 years.
Nope. Let me just tell you this. A lot of people don't want to get things. And a lot of people don't want to face consequences for what they've done. Good. But guess what? Life is filled with choices. And when you make certain choices, there are consequences for those choices. You've pled true to violation of condition number 5. If you want to have a contested hearing, we'll set this for contested hearing. So what do you want to do?
Okay. I don't want to do no prison, no 10 years, Judge.
Yeah, okay, so this is what's going to end up happening. We're going to end up having a contested hearing on Mr. Bustos. He doesn't want to go forward.
I don't understand, Judge. I get disability out there. I'm like special needs. I don't understand what you're trying to tell me, Judge.
Yeah, you do. You understand that you didn't do
and not just that, I was trying to apologize for my actions.
No, you're not trying to apologize for your actions, because if you were, you wouldn't be using profanity. You understand the consequences of your actions. You understand that you're on probation for robbery. And I understand people have special needs. I understand people may have mental health issues. I understand people may have drug issues.
But you asked me if I want to do 10 years.
But let me just tell you what.
I don't want to do 10 years, Judge. I don't.
Guess what? Nobody wants to do 10 years. Guess what? Nobody at the Bexar County Jail wants to be at the Bexar County Jail. But there are consequences for actions.
Judge.
So I don't know why you're pretending as if, oh my gosh, I can do whatever I want to do and there are no consequences. You are not a child. You're an adult. You're not a 2-year-old. You're not a toddler. You're not a baby who does not know right from wrong. There are consequences for your actions, and these are your consequences. You had a contract with the court. The court gave you an opportunity to be on probation. All you had to do while you were on probation was probably report, not pick up any new offenses, follow recommendations, and you didn't want to do that. So that's why we're here. And we're dealing with those consequences. We're dealing with consequences of you not reporting. And guess what? If you didn't want to be at the Bexar County Jail, if you didn't want to be looking at potentially 10 years in prison, then you should have reported.
Judge, I was homeless, Judge. I've been working out there too, Judge. I've been doing everything I had to.
We're going to have a contested hearing because obviously he doesn't want to follow with this plea of truth. We're not coming back doing this again. This has been going on since May with us
Judge,
trying to have a hearing
Judge,
on his motion to revoke.
Judge, may I ask you speak, Judge, please? Judge.
What?
Judge, I've been working, Judge. I was homeless.
No, I'm not talking about what you've been.
No. Back. And yes,
right.
I do want to go.
Norma, can I have a contested hearing set for Mr. Bustos, please? Mr. Hernandez, is July 14th okay for you for a contested hearing?
I believe so, Your Honor, but let me just check real quick. The 14th. You said July 14th?
Yes.
I'm supposed to be picking a jury in the 399th on that day, and the guy's been in jail for like a couple of years already, so I'm
Okay.
pretty sure that we're going to be number one on that one.
All right. Norma, do you have another date that's available?
I can do it maybe July 12th.
Is that good for you, Mr. Hernandez?
That's fine, Judge. July 12th.
Yes.
Your Honor, can I go into a breakout room with Miguel?
Yes. All right, Miguel, if you'll go to breakout room number 3.
Thank you, Judge.
And Ms. Beltran, I'm going to send you to a breakout room so they can swear you in. If you could go to number 2, please.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Is your client in the office with you, Mr. Stevenson?
I'm turning my phone so you can see right now.
All right, thank you.
He's here.
Okay.
The only thing that I would like to urge, my motion is similar to previous motions. The parts
Okay, we
that
need to
are
go on
new-
we need to go on the record, Mr. Stevenson.
I'm sorry, when the court's ready.
Okay. All right, the court is calling 2021 CR 1804 and 2021 CR 1805, State of Texas versus Alexis Morganfield. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Caitlin Wilkes for the state.
For the
Ben
defense?
Stevenson for the defendant.
And are you Alexis Morganfield?
I'm right here, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
We're proceeding by video because of the pandemic. Any objection from the state?
No, ma'am.
Any objection from the state?
Oh, Your Honor, sorry.
No problem. Any objection from the defense?
None for my client or myself, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, defense has filed a motion entitled defendants, and each of these cause numbers entitled defendants' fourth motion to modify special conditions of bond. State, have you had a chance to review those motions?
We have, Your Honor, and we're ready to proceed at this time.
All right, state, are you in agreement with the defense's motion?
Yes, with some caveats, and here's the deal. We'd like documentation up front of exactly where and who and how long he will be traveling. I understand that that may not be possible, and at that point, we would be opposed to that motion.
Okay, so
Your
you're requesting that the defendant provide documentation of locations, is that correct?
Locations and I guess duration of time, and like that it's legit. Like I don't want him just like, walking around Los Angeles saying, oh, let me find the studio. It needs to like be planned in advance.
Defense?
Your Honor, I've had a lot of birthdays, and sometimes I have ideas of things that are slightly outmoded. When I understood my client was a music performer, my understanding, I fitted in with my own mental framework that musicians have concerts or musicians have gigs at venues and things like that. What I now understand from talking with my client a little bit further is that the way that he performs, the way that he makes money is by producing videos and then drops those videos on the internet, and then people view them on the internet, and if enough people view them, he gets paid. So that's apparently the way that it works nowadays. It's Brave New World out there. Features, and also if other artists collaborate with him, and then he ends up featuring on their videos, then he also makes money. A lot of that is spontaneous, but the motion is very similar to the prior ones. I wanted to direct the court's attention to paragraphs 4 and 5. Both motions are largely the same. Number 4, simply that my client has been on monitor for in excess of 9 months while we have continued to work through a handful of complicated cases. Again, he has been on monitor for longer than his mother carried him. Now, number 5, he produces music videos, and there are studios that are good for this, but The ones in San Antonio, I'm understanding as I'm learning this industry, are just not very good. There are good there are starting to be good studios in Houston, but the real part of the rap music is taking place in LA. So my client will do what he can to promote himself and produce, and he's continuing to record what he can in his home using inferior equipment, but it's holding him back pretty badly, given the fact that he has made no attempts to contact anybody regarding these cases, and the fact that he's been in compliance for over 9 months. Our motion is not asking for the court to adjust his rules of partial. Our client is asking the court to simply set aside this. The court has had 9 months to see that he's not going to go where he shouldn't be. And then we're asking the court to leave in place special conditions of no contact as required by law.
All right. So here's the thing with regards to Mr. Morganfield shooting videos, then he should be able to provide pretrial services with documentation and saying, I'm shooting a video and this is where I'm shooting it. Regardless of how times have changed from when you did, well, not when you did it, but when other people did it and what's being done now, I do know for a fact that if you're going to shoot a video on 300 De La Rosa, you know the date when you're shooting a video. Nobody's saying, hey, you know what? I have nothing to do today. Let's shoot a video on 300 De La Rosa today at 11:06,
Your Honor,
a.m.
It's a little bit different than that. May I clarify briefly?
Sure.
May I try?
Of course.
Once an artist is signed to a major record label, then they know where they're shooting and it's big things, and then they pull in the smaller players from wherever they can. It's like my client is an extra trying to land a role as a movie star, but in order to get that role, you've got to play as many times as you can as an extra. I had a coworker once who was an extra, and that's how I know how that works. That's kind of what he does until he gets discovered and gets signed. He's got to do spontaneous things, and he's already been trying to do this while on the partial, and it just hasn't worked.
Let me ask you this, Mr. Stevenson. Are you telling this court that somebody will call him right now and say, we need you in California at 12 p.m. and somebody's going to send a private plane for him, and so he's going to bypass and not be able to tell pretrial services, I just got a call today that I need to be in California?
Okay.
Because if nobody's sending a private plane for him, that means he's flying commercial. That means that somebody had to send him something, because I don't think it would be good business on his part for somebody to tell him, hey, we got this video that we want to shoot with you in California. Nope, we don't know what we're paying you. You're probably not going to get paid, but we do have a plane ticket for you.
Your Honor, my client, I am hesitant just because I'm very cautious. My client is asking to respectfully address the court directly. Will you allow my client to directly address you?
Sure.
Okay, so look, Miss George Boyd, it's not like that. I need to promote myself. I can't just steady be in the house and hold on right here so you can see me. I can't just steady be in the house and I'm not going nowhere.
Hold on, I cannot hear you. Sit still, I cannot hear you.
It fell, I'm sorry. So basically, like, I can't promote myself, ma'am. I'm not saying they're gonna just pull up, sign me. I would have been signed already. I know all the industry rappers already. I'm not saying it like that. I got to promote myself. I got to do videos. People want to make music with me. I got to go to the producers out in there. My cousin is Tay Made It. He's in San Antonio right now. He the biggest producer out. That's my blood cousin. You can look him up. Tavian Carter. Boom. He worked with NBA Youngboy. Okay.
Let me stop you right here, Mr. Morganfield.
Yes, ma'am.
First of all, I understand that people want to be cool or fly or whatever the termination is today, but you're in a courtroom. So don't do like boom and my cousin Tay. And cousin Tay, that just sound up like a made up name. I'm sure his mom did not name him Tay when he was brought into this world. I'm sure that may be his professional name. So could we use people's real names today? And could we talk in complete sentences? That means there needs to be a noun, a verb, and a period, and it has to be a complete thought.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, yes, ma'am. So far as like, I'm like basically like, okay.
Let's try speaking without using the word like.
Yes, ma'am. I'm an influencer, ma'am. Literally, I can't promote myself at home. They don't want to see me steady be at home. I can't like basically work with other people, miss, if I can't go nowhere. I don't want no one, I don't want no one just knowing where I stay at. I can't go nowhere. It's a dangerous world, miss. You know, type going to San Antonio, people targeting me. I don't know who know me or who want to be after me. I went somewhere one time, dude talking about, hey bro, I know who you are, before I got on house arrest. And he talking about, I said, you don't know who I am, but I ignored him in the story. He talking about, yeah, I do. He said, bro, you look quality. I had some people in Sunrise, bro, they trying to get at you. Oh, what? He said, but yeah. He said,
Well,
but yeah.
here's the thing. Number one, Brenda can't understand the words you're saying, neither can I. But the fact is, you say you're an influencer and you want people to know you. So there you go. People know you. This is what the court is doing. In each of these cases, if you have, as I said before, proof or documentation where you're going to be, and the court will do that, period. So if you want to film at the HEB on Florida Street at 12 p.m., guess what you do? You call pretrial services and say, I'm filming at the HEB on Florida Street tomorrow. I am not allowing you to just willy-nilly, and that's the language I use, just randomly wake up at, I don't know what time you wake up in the morning, waking up at 2 a.m. like, I'm going to go out and film a video in a car. So I've made my ruling. Miss Ferguson, I need a 30-day reset.
So
it's going to be January 20th. That'll be for discovery. So we'll be back on January 20th for discovery, Mr. Stevenson. Do you think Ms. Wilkes and Mr. Stevenson, that'll give you enough time?
I will send a reminder email out to the detective right now, just to make sure that that's in the forefront of their mind. And so it should be enough time.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Stevenson. I appreciate you. And you and your client are excused.